Hello, and welcome to another episode of Business Secrets Revealed. Today, I have a very special guest with me, Vanessa Wall Johnson. She is the Regional Sales Director of First Federal Bank. Vanessa, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. Tell me, please, a little bit more about your bank. It's my bank, so I know all about it.
Yes,
but tell
yes.
the rest of the people.
First Federal Bank is one of very few mutual savings banks left. And basically that means we are not publicly traded on the stock market and have a bunch of board of directors that can just up and sell us when we've made a profit, which is good news for me because I've been through many bank mergers lately.
Yeah.
So First Federal has been around since 1962. They are a community bank. They are deeply rooted in the Live Oak and Lake City area. We have 24 branches that span from the Panama City area over to South Carolina. So many branches from the west and east corridor. Now they're wanting to fill in the north and south corridor. Mm-hmm. So First Federal purchased CBC National Bank August of 2018. Mm-hmm. And now we are looking to expand. We've got 2 offices in Gainesville now, 3 in Ocala. So they are well on their way to the goal of expanding that north-south corridor. So community bank since 1962. Decisions are made locally, which is a huge asset when it comes to banking. We don't have to wait on corporate answers or decisions to be made from New York or California. My boss is right in Lake City. I have her cell phone number, and I can call her up anytime I need an exception made or we've got a problem that we've got to take care of. So very personalized services, but we offer all the same products as the big banks.
Yeah. So would you say it's the personalized service and the customer service that kind of sets you apart from the larger banks?
Definitely. We pride ourselves on customer service. Mm-hmm. We don't have quotas to meet and goals and that kind of thing like the larger corporate banks do. So we develop business based on relationships. We want to build relationships with people, help you fulfill your financial dreams, kind of ease your pains that you may be having, and all that's done locally. So we get to know our customers as far as their dogs' names and their grandkids' names and where they're from, and that's just who we are, and you'll feel it the first time you come into our branches. Yeah. But that is what we pride ourselves on, yes.
That's perfect. And I can vouch for them because they are my bank, and I go inside even though they have a drive-through just because I want to see the people there and they're my friends. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. You've been with them for decades.
Yes. So I've been through the 2 mergers. I was with First Avenue National Bank out in the Villages. We had a branch in the Villages when we were First Avenue. Merged with CBC National Bank in 2017. And then First Federal came about. We sold the Villages branch, and then that's when I came to Ocala to be the regional manager for First Federal.
Okay. What would you say has been the greatest lesson that you've learned in your position over all this time and that you would recommend to other business owners to kind of beware of?
From a banking perspective, because I've known tons of business owners over the years, I'd say it's very important to know your banker. I think a lot of business owners choose a larger bank, like your Bank of Americas and your Regions, because they have locations everywhere. Yet those people don't know your full financial situation, and they don't know your office manager and your grandkids and your dog's names and those little details that helps when fraud comes about. That's a huge factor in knowing your banker on a personal level. We know our customers, so if someone comes with a check, we know right away that signature doesn't match. We know that that's not the style that they use. And I see so many business owners putting their fate in these large corporate banks who cannot maintain their accounts that way. Right. Or they release their funds over to their office manager to run, and they kind of get out of the financial aspect of their business, and it's the worst mistake you can make. Yeah. Because so many office managers or friends or accountants, whoever they kind of release their financial information to, have full reign over it. And no matter how much you think you trust that person, I have seen it happen. So having that one-on-one relationship with your banker from a banking perspective to a business owner is very important.
So you guys would really pride yourself on the fact that you have that kind of small business feel and you have more personal relationships with the people that use your bank. What about long term? So you guys are adding branches, you're growing, you're obviously expanding. How do you feel that you guys will be able to keep that same quality and that same, small business
a small
mentality?
Hometown feel? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is ongoing reminders and coaching, and the way that you coach your staff on new customers coming into the bank, guys, constant reminder, like anything else, repetition. So we constantly meet with our staff. Hey, let's not lose that hometown feel. We may be big enough to where we can compete with the big banks as far as technology wise and programs. We all have got the mobile deposits on your phones and the RDC machines they can set up in offices to scan their checks in, but it's that constant check-in and reminder. If I'm hands-on with my team and I tell them, hey guys, what's going on this week? We've got this person coming in. Let's not forget he's got this loan closing, and we've got this account we've got to get opened. And it's just a constant reminder to the staff to tell them, hey, let's not lose that. Yeah, we may be competing with big banks and we're always changing and regulations are always changing, but we can't lose that small town feel. And I feel like our people do a really good job at that.
I totally agree.
Good.
So, yes, you guys are a bank. You also use marketing strategies, business strategies in order to grow your business. I know that there are things that you use that sets you apart, such as the excellent customer service that you guys have. I know that every time that I go in, there is hot coffee there for me, and I am a caffeine junkie, so I will always come inside. You guys have popcorn that you provide. Are these things that, your management team really kind of sits down and thinks about? How do we stand out? What can we add that's more than just what's served at a regular bank? Is that a constant process?
Yep, we know that if you go into the larger corporations, you're not going to have a coffee station, and they're not going to be popping popcorn for you fresh on Mondays and Fridays.
Right.
So those are little touches that we like to keep and we brag about and pride ourselves on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, business owner, business executive to other business executive or owner, what would you say is the most important part of growing a business, getting out there, getting your name out there? What do you recommend? What is your secret?
For me, it's what you see is what you get. I pride myself on being a genuine person that don't forget where I came from. I had to work my way up the ranks in banking. I didn't go to college and get a degree and just hop right into the management side of things. I've been in banking 19 years, and I started as a teller and just work up the chains the old-fashioned way. And not forgetting where you came from and putting yourself in the customer's shoes and being able to relate to them when you were just starting out a business or your first home that you were buying. Empathy is a huge factor in banking as far as I'm concerned. I mean, so for me, I've been successful because I'm just a genuine person. I'm not going to lead you on. If somebody else has a better rate, I'm going to tell you that I can't beat that rate. I would take advantage of that too. Just being upfront with people and making yourself available. So I don't know many bankers that give out their cell phone numbers, but on my card, my cell phone number's on there. I have customers that text me in the evenings if they're having a problem, or they find me on Messenger or the WhatsApp app if they're traveling internationally. So again, going back to that,
I had problems.
going back to that personal one-on-one service. Don't call me the regional manager or a senior vice president. I'm just Vanessa at the bank, and when you have a problem, you're going to get with me and we're going to take care of it.
Is that the same mindset that you like to instill in your team?
Yep. Do whatever it takes to take care of the customer within reason.
Yes,
without
of course.
breaking banking regulation. But yes, we don't have all those big chains that we have to go through to get things like that done. So
good. And so you guys just recently opened a branch on Top of the World.
Yeah.
I finally found it.
Yeah. I thank you for that, because I emailed marketing, hey guys, we're not on Google. They're not able to find it. So that is
Gotta
fixed.
be on Google.
Yes.
Okay. And how's that going?
It has not been received as well as we thought, honestly. And I think it's because people are looking for that traditional brick and mortar banking branch. And you're going to see in the next 5 years even, banks are going to go away from that because of the modern technology we have these days. I'm grateful for the modern technology because it helps us compete with larger banks. That used to always be kind of our biggest comeback was, well, you guys only have 2 or 3 branches in Ocala. I need one that's everywhere. Well, let's think about that. Why? Why do you need that these days when you have mobile deposit on your phone, or you have RDC machines we can set up in your business to scan checks? There are many options banking-wise these days that don't require you coming into the branch, although we love our customers that come into the branch because we'd be popping popcorn and serving coffee for no reason. But on Top of the World, or OTO like we call it, is in the strip mall next to the Circle Square Commons. So although we've got our sign that says First Federal Bank, it doesn't click with people is what I'm finding out, because I'm meeting with the golf course owners and the restaurant owners, and they're like, oh, you guys have a bank there? We didn't know you had a bank. Or if they knew, they say, but is it a real bank? Yep, it's a real bank. We can open accounts, we can take deposits, we can cash checks. Anything you can do at a traditional bank can be done here.
Yeah.
But because of technology, you don't need 3 and 4 tellers and 4 or 5 branches in one city.
From a decision-making standpoint, how do you guys select locations that you will be expanding to?
Now that is up to my senior management team. I don't have a part in that. They do tell me what their thoughts are. If it has to do with my region, anywhere in the Ocala and Gainesville area, I'll give them my feedback as far as, you know, maybe a bank I worked at before put a location there and it wasn't so good. But I have a recommendation, we go over here. But that is all part of a bigger picture that I'm not a part of.
Gotcha. Well, I would like you to tell the people where your 3 branches in Ocala are so that they know where to find you.
Okay.
And then also what your website is so that they know where to go to get more information.
Sure. So the website is www.ffbf, that's First Federal Bank Florida.com. 3 branches, what we call our downtown First Avenue branch is right on the S-curve at 910 Southwest First Avenue, right across from Ocala Fresh Produce. The other location is called our Highway 40 location. It's on the corner of West Highway 40 and 60th, right next to the airport and the big Circle K there. And then our newest one out on Top of the World, suite number 4, next to the resale division in Circle Square Common.
And you guys do personal checking, commercial banking, merchant banking, pretty much everything that a larger bank would do.
Yep. So in banking, we have 2 sides basically. Our consumer, which is what I run. Our personal checking, business checking accounts, your services, your teller line, and then you've got your commercial side that does commercial lending. We've got SBA loans. So yes, we have all products the same. Some people are under a misconception that community banks don't have the same products or services as larger banks, or that they're insured differently, and that's a huge misconception. We're all insured $250,000 per depositor.
Yeah. So same services, better customers.
That's exactly right.
If you had one secret that you want to share with successful business owners now, or business owners that are just looking to start their business or scale their business, what would it be?
Always be upfront, honest with your customers. Don't ever beat around the bush. And if you don't know, tell them you don't know, but you'll find an answer. And just be genuine.
Okay. Any announcements that you would like to share?
No, don't have any announcements.
Okay, well, perfect. So ffbf.com is how you find their website, and I genuinely recommend checking them out if you are in the search for a new bank. This is an amazing bank that I will always stick with, and Vanessa here has become an amazing friend, and she truly stands for everything that she just mentioned. They do provide an amazing personal experience. They make you feel important, and they make you feel happy to go in there. So, Vanessa, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. No
Always
problem.
a pleasure seeing you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, guys. This has been another great episode of Business Secrets Revealed. I'm your host, Sonda Eunice, and we'll catch you on the next time.